Okay, so we last left off trying to do CPU encoding on the server, which ended up working pretty well on the fastest preset, but we also noticed that the GPU utilization was about 94%. So I'm hoping to use a slightly faster card, in this case a GTX 1030, to see if we can get some of that GPU utilization knocked down a little bit. If it's still high, that's probably okay. If the utilization is 94, 65, 100%, whatever it may be, that's still probably okay. The goal is to use this just for its speed and hopefully the better efficiency at hardware encoding than the Quadro card is. But we won't know until we actually get there. And then we're also going to test hardware encoding on this card. We're not going to compare the Quadro card that's currently in the server against this. We're simply just going to use this and see what the results are. So let's get this installed. So we've all seen the installation before, but we're going to do it again just for funsies. And we're going to peel this off. So one problem we might have with this graphics card is it may not actually fit. We'll be using the Dell R300 again from last time. And hopefully we don't have any problems. So I actually don't remember removing the graphics card from here, but apparently I did. So that saves us a little bit of work and effort. Oh, this thing is going to be a tight fit. I can already tell. I can already tell. There we go. Ooh, that's going to be a tight fit. I don't think it's going to. Oh, it doesn't fit. Well, that's not good. So maybe we can... Nope, we're not going to be able to use this at all. It is literally just too tall. You can tell this heatsink here is less than an inch too tall. Well, that's not good. Okay, well, I guess just as a test for GPU encoding versus CPU encoding, we're going to stick this back in here and see if this graphics card can at least do somewhat of a good job when encoding versus the CPU. So we'll see how this works out, and I guess we're just going to have to scrap the project of the 1030 altogether, as I'm not really sure what to do there. It's pretty hard finding a graphics card that will fit in these things, as you can imagine. Alright, so we're a little defeated in the sense that now we have to stick to the Quadro K420. But if you guys are looking on the screen, as you can see now, we're at 9% utilization, apparently jumped up to 18% utilization on the Quadro K420. CPU usage is low, so we're going to kick off OBS and see what we get. Alright, so we're going to get our source here. There it is, and we're actually going to turn off hardware acceleration because we'll be testing the GPU this time, and so we're going to need hardware acceleration turned off. If I click OK, what we should see on the task manager is all of the work will now be transferred over to the CPU. Maybe. Interesting. So maybe if we exit out of the software and restart it, it'll kind of like cycle it out. Maybe that's what will happen. Come on. And the iSource, all right, popped up. And it looks like it's still using the Quadro. That is interesting. Okay, so after trying a few different things here to try and get the CPU to take over, it doesn't seem possible at this point. It seems like regardless of whether we use hardware acceleration or not, the Quadro seems to be taking the brunt of the load, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. So I guess we're gonna try out adjusting some of the settings on the CPU and see if we can, I don't know, make this nice. So we did very fast, or we did medium. I think medium was the very last test. and we did faster that one time. So let's try fast and see what we get this time around. So we're using a bitrate of 6,000. Actually, we're going to bump this up to 6,500 because I have the connection for it, and that's what I plan to stream at anyway. Fast, main. Okay, all the rest of that looks good. What's interesting is I'm at 19% CPU utilization, and it jumps up to 33%, and we're not even doing anything yet. So let's go with these settings and play some Rocket League and see what happens. Okay, just quickly making sure that I've got everything set up before we play. I am streaming to the server now, and we're sitting at 72 to 74% GPU utilization, and currently sitting at 29% CPU utilization. Start recording, and we are only at 45% currently. 58%. Okay, whatever. We'll just run with this and see what we get out of it. Hopefully this time we get some in-game sound. Alright, so we're actually going to have to re-record some of that because the profile wasn't set up correctly, and it was basically recording video at 3440 by 1440, even though I was exporting video from the gaming computer at 1920 by 1080. So basically left this giant black bar on one side, and it didn't look good. And that may have actually affected our results. So we're going to try this again. Same settings, but this time the resolution is correct. And we've already got our first goal, and I haven't done anything so far. So yeah, hopefully we can make this go crazy and really push the, maybe not really push the server, but make it look good. All right, here we go. Let's get this in. Ooh, driving too fast. Rookie mistake. Rookie mistake. I'll take that, even though that was a terrible goal on my part. Alright, we're just going to play for a few more seconds here. I think that's all we need. And we are gone. Naria. Alright, so we're just going to kind of review the footage here, and yeah, that's not good. That's not good at all. That's pretty much unacceptable. So very fast seems to be the key, but even then, you know, we're at this point we're just better off using the truncator / gaming computer to do all of the transcoding on the GPU or the CPU, at least for this game. So wow, that's very, very disappointing. I don't really want to call this the conclusion, because I'm half tempted to actually try and do this again, but maybe with a different GPU, or maybe 2 GPUs, or something of that nature, because I really feel like we should be able to do hardware encoding on the GPU and not solely rely on the CPU. So wow, this is going to be a pretty short video. And yeah, so I guess postponing results, well, maybe not postponing results, but pending further results. It seems like, at least in my case, gaming on the 5960X and Titan X here, streaming from that is more than adequate. But we're going to have to do some more exploring and really figure out, you know, what other builds or what other configurations what results they might yield. So, in all disappointment, I just want to thank you all for watching, and I guess I'll see you next time.